What impressed you to start your channel? It can be a scary thing to do.
If I could add any type of voice to the conversation to defend my faith, to stand up for Jesus Christ, I needed to do that, and I needed to do it on social media.
That knowledge is a spiritual gift that comes incrementally, and it's not a saving ordinance.
50 years ago is wrong today. What was wrong 50 years ago is right today. We're not weird. We're not a cult. We're not oppressed by the patriarchy. We're happy. We're willing to follow Jesus Christ. We love the gospel. It's blessed our lives, and it's something that we would choose to be a part of every day of our lives.
Welcome to the Holy Rebellion.
Welcome back to the Holy Rebellion. I'm Christian.
And I'm Travis, and we are here with our new friend, Maddie Packer. She runs the Shore Foundation Instagram channel. Maddie, thank you so much for being with us.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, we can't wait. We like to think of Maddie as our Latter-day Saint Joan of Arc. She is out here defending the truth, defending the faith, and we're just so excited to have you on. We truly are.
Thank you.
In this video, we want to just learn a little bit more about what prompted you, what impressed you to start your channel. It can be a scary thing to do.
Yeah, and honestly, I did not like social media for the longest time. I swore it off for over a year. I didn't have any social media. And just the darkness and the scary things happening in the world, especially targeted towards Christians, targeted towards our church, I felt a really strong prompting that if I could add any type of voice to the conversation to defend my faith, to stand up for Jesus Christ, that I needed to do that, and I needed to do it on social media. That's where the conversation's happening. I don't want to have to wait for a chance to give a talk in sacrament meeting and share everything that I believe just right there when I could do it anytime, any day on social media.
Was there like a particular video or a particular thing you saw that just sparked this, okay, I got to do something?
Well, honestly, just a lot of the antagonistic females towards the church, really popular on TikTok and Instagram. And honestly, it was people like Alyssa Grenfell and Haley Rawl who have such a large following and basically just get to say whatever they want about the church and about Mormons with zero accountability. And it is changing the narrative. It's almost like a culture war of who are the Mormons and who gets to say and share who the Mormons are.
I love that.
And I feel like we need to take back that narrative to be able to share what we actually believe and who we actually are. Yeah, I've never been able to articulate it that well, but I've seen this. If you go to the comment section of essentially any anti-video, you'll see this like, I'm an ex-Mormon and I can attest that this is true. And it's totally false. Right.
It doesn't represent us whatsoever. Or you'll see people who don't know say, the Mormons must be crazy. They're just deranged. And so whether it's true or not doesn't matter because they're running the narrative and that's what people believe. It's nuts.
Yeah. And so my thought was, why aren't more, especially women, standing up to this and saying, no, this is not actually who we are, what we believe. And we're not weird. We're not a cult. We're not, oppressed by the patriarchy. We're happy. We're willing to follow Jesus Christ. We love the gospel. It's blessed our lives. And it's something that we would choose to be a part of every day of our lives.
Mm. What particularly qualifies you? Was it your PhD in theology and history that felt okay, I'm ready to do this?
No, I grew up outside of Utah. I grew up in New Mexico. I was the only pretty much the only member in my community. There were maybe 3 other kids at my school who were kind of members. And so from a young age, I was just constantly in that arena, I guess, of defending why I was a member of the church and having to learn how to respond to criticism or when people ask questions from a young age. I really had to ponder and think, how do I answer that? And then do I believe that? That kind of stuff can really cause you to think, oh yeah, maybe I am the weird one here. So I would say it was that experience that really led me to be able to stand up for what I believe, have reasons for why I believe it, and not be ashamed of it.
I guess. I was just joking. There is no PhD in theology.
Yeah, no PhD.
Yeah, none needed.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you about, so you talked about this narrative and who gets to control the narrative. Based on your experience, why don't more people speak up and help control it?
Oh, Honestly, it's hard because I feel like the adversary knows how to manipulate all of us perfectly. And I think he takes the really amazing things that we value, such as being kind and being Christ-like and not wanting to make other people feel like we don't love them or accept them. That's a big fear for, I think, members of a church, because we take to heart what Jesus, teaches, which is love thy neighbor as yourself, be kind, do service, these things. I think Satan uses those against us in the way to discourage us from speaking up or saying something in fear of offending someone, in fear of causing problems, when I don't think that that's actually what Jesus Christ would want us to do.
We're really ready to offer up the other cheek pretty quickly. Yeah. I was actually listening to Elder Cook's talk this morning, just thinking about like what qualifies you. And he said that knowledge is a spiritual gift that comes incrementally, and it's not a saving ordinance, which blew my mind. It's like you don't have to be so smart or understand so much of theology to be saved or to accept Jesus or to defend your faith online.
Right.
All you have to do is keep covenants with Jesus and accept the gifts that he offers. And I think that uniquely qualifies you to then stand up and share your faith, which you've done so well.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I think when you can have a confidence that the truth is on your side, then you can stand against anything.
Were there any fears or obstacles before you hit that first post button?
I would say everyone's always afraid of people not liking you. I mean, you're always afraid that you're just going to get raked over the coals with criticism.
That hasn't happened, right?
Absolutely not yet. And so I feel like that's always a fear. But like I said, it really comes down to whose opinion do you value more? Do you value what the Lord thinks of you and pleasing him and glorifying his name, or what the world thinks of you and appeasing them? And my choice is I would rather stand up for Christ.
That's so amazing. It's actually almost identical to what the Paris.
I was just thinking that.
You think that too?
I thought
cool.
It's such a beautiful sentiment of like, well, who cares what the world says? Like, I'm with Christ.
Yeah.
It's so good, and more difficult to do in practice than in theory.
It is. It's scary.
It's scary.
It's scary when people question you. Why do you believe that? You're so weird for believing it, or you're brainwashed, you're dumb. I mean, just everything. And it makes you think, are these people right? Am I really crazy? But again, I would rather walk with Jesus, because Jesus will always walk with me. The world will turn on you. I mean, people's opinions change so fast. What was right, 50 years ago is wrong today. What was wrong 50 years ago is right today. And so for me, if you use the world and, popular opinion as your marker of success, and if you're a good person or if you're doing the right thing, then you're never going to know, because it can change on you so quickly.
Yeah, 100%. And I'm curious to know, the walk with Jesus at times can feel lonely. It can feel scary.
For sure.
But what have been the positive fruits that you've seen? You're just 21 posts in.
Yeah.
Was it like a month ago, 2 months ago?
Yeah, like my first viral-ish post was October 6th.
Okay, so you're...
less than a month, and you're at 10,000 followers on Instagram.
10,000.3 or something.
Holy cow.
So I hope that's like just the most clear manifestation of how much the saints appreciate you being vocal. It's such a clear manifestation of that.
It has. It's been humbling. I did not think I would get this much support so quickly. And what I love is people messaging me, telling me, thank you for saying like the things that we're all thinking. Thank you for sharing the things that we want to, but maybe just can't yet or don't have the words to. And so that's been really amazing. And then just the blessing of knowing that I'm trying to help build the kingdom of God by helping others recognize Jesus Christ instead of, the path that the adversary would want you to take.
Yeah, that makes me think of that line, let your light so shine. One thing that's so interesting about that is it says, let your light so shine. We all have this unique individual, there's something in our hearts and in our chest that you are the only one who can give. And we're so grateful that you have, because we're huge fans. We love what you do. But for those listening too, if you feel a call to share. There's something inside of you that only you have, and that you've got a flavor of the gospel that somebody needs to hear that way. So we're just grateful when people stand up and stand out.
Yeah. And it was other creators online, honestly, that said that exact thing. Like, if you even have the smallest desire to share your testimony, to defend your faith, then just do it. And that was what led me to just decide, okay, I'm just going to do it then.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, we feel it more and more, the more of these conversations that we have, the more interactions we have on social media, that this is the gathering of Israel. It is the prophesied stone cut out of the mountain without hands, that we can get millions and one day 1 billion views per month of people who we never could have tracked down before.
Totally.
Will now have the gospel in their pocket, and it'll be your face and others' faces bearing witness to them that Jesus is the Christ. That's a miracle.
Yeah.
It's marvelous and wonderful, right?
Yeah.
And so come and join us.
One more thought.
Yeah.
Before we wrap up this, I was talking with a friend we're working on potentially doing some AI to translate content into other languages, which is so cool because I think of that scripture that all might hear the gospel in their own language. There are places where missionaries can't go that Instagram can.
So true.
And they can literally hear the gospel through you, through us, in their own language from their pocket. And we can literally reach every creature on the planet through social media. And this is it. Yeah. This is the gathering of Israel. So, Maddie, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
If people can't get enough of you, how do they get more?
My Instagram is at the Sure Foundation, and I also have TikTok, which is the same, just the Sure Foundation. And hopefully I'll be able to get YouTube running up soon.
Yeah.
So,
soon enough. Yeah.
Go check out Maddie and come join the rebellion.
Thanks for joining this episode of The Holy Rebellion. We'll see you next week.